Have you ever wondered why, despite all the medicines you take and treatments you undergo, true healing sometimes seems out of reach? Why even when your body appears to be recovering, a certain uneasiness lingers in the heart and mind? Paramhansa Yogananda, one of the greatest spiritual masters of the modern age, often reminded seekers that the deepest cure doesn't come from the outside world, but from within ourselves. He taught that every individual carries a sleeping physician within, a divine intelligence and life energy capable of restoring perfect health and harmony. In today's fast-paced world, we often look outside for solutions to our problems, believing that someone or something external will heal us. Yet Yogananda revealed a deeper truth: disease is born of the mind, and the mind itself has the power to cure it. The body merely reflects the state of our consciousness. When our thoughts are restless, fearful, or negative, they disrupt the natural flow of life force within us, leading to disease and suffering. But when the mind is calm, focused, and uplifted, it becomes a powerful tool for healing not just the body, but the soul. In this video, we'll explore Paramhansa Yogananda's sacred wisdom on the hidden power of the mind, the healing force of prana, life energy, and the role of faith and divine connection in achieving lasting wellness. Whether you're struggling with a physical ailment, emotional pain, or spiritual unrest, know this: the cure is within you. And through ancient yet practical techniques like affirmation, meditation, life force control, and deep communion with the divine, you can awaken this inner healing power. Stay with me till the end as we uncover these timeless teachings that can truly transform your life from within. One of the most profound questions every seeker asks at some point in life is, why does suffering exist? If there is a loving, compassionate God, why must we endure pain, illness, and misfortune? Paramhansa Yogananda, in his timeless wisdom, taught that suffering is not a punishment, but a messenger. It arrives to awaken us, to remind us of our forgotten connection with the divine. Yogananda said, "Man is a soul and has a body. When he identifies too much with the body, he becomes subject to bodily limitations." In other words, suffering often comes when we overly associate ourselves with the physical form and forget our true, eternal nature as blissful, immortal souls. Disease and sorrow arise when there's a disturbance in the natural harmony of life, whether it be through wrong habits, negative thinking, unhealthy emotions, or spiritual neglect. Yogananda explained that whenever we violate the laws of nature or drift away from the divine order, the resulting imbalance manifests as suffering in our lives. This suffering isn't designed to crush us, but to nudge us back toward wisdom, discipline, and ultimately, toward God. It's important to understand that every difficulty carries within it the seed of spiritual growth. Yogananda beautifully said, "Every trial you have ever had was planned by God to make you stronger." When pain arrives, it signals that a deeper lesson awaits, an opportunity to correct the disharmony within, to realign our consciousness with peace, love, and higher truth. So before we seek external cures for our afflictions, we must first look inward and ask ourselves, where have I lost my inner balance? Where have I forgotten my soul nature? This simple, honest reflection marks the beginning of true healing. Paramhansa Yogananda often declared, "The mind is the creator of everything." It may sound like a simple statement, but hidden within it is one of the most powerful truths about human existence and healing. Every experience we have, be it joy, sorrow, health, or disease, is first born in the mind. The body does not operate independently of consciousness. Instead, it mirrors the state of our thoughts and emotions. When the mind is calm, loving, and harmonious, the body naturally radiates health and vitality. But when the mind becomes restless, anxious, fearful, or negative, these subtle vibrations disturb the flow of life force within, leading to imbalance and eventually, illness. Yogananda explained that thoughts are not merely passing ideas, they are dynamic forces that shape the very fabric of our being. A fearful thought weakens the body, creating tension and disrupting the normal rhythm of the heart, lungs, and nervous system. Anger releases toxins in the bloodstream. Persistent sorrow lowers the body's defenses against disease. Conversely, faith, hope, joy, and love have a purifying, strengthening effect on every cell of the body. Yogananda taught, "As you think, so you become." This is why he emphasized the need for mental discipline and positive thinking as essential tools for healing. By consciously choosing uplifting, life-affirming thoughts, we can redirect the currents of energy in our body and begin to dissolve disease at its root. The mind, when properly trained and focused, becomes a powerful healer. Every prayer, every affirmation, and every visualization sends a specific vibration into the body, either strengthening it or weakening it. The path to lasting health, Yogananda reminded us, begins not with a pill, but with a pure, steady, and calm mind. Heal the mind, and the body will follow. While modern medicine focuses on treating the physical body with external remedies, Paramhansa Yogananda revealed a deeper, far more powerful force responsible for true healing, the life force, or prana, that animates every cell of our being. He explained that the human body is like a battery, constantly charged and sustained by an invisible current of cosmic energy. This life force flows through subtle channels, known in yogic science as nadis, distributing vitality to the organs, tissues, and nerves. When this energy flows smoothly, health is maintained. But when it is blocked or disturbed, disease appears. Yogananda taught, life energy is the real healer. Medicines can adjust the environment of the body, but they cannot heal. It is the cosmic life force within that repairs and restores the tissues. This understanding shifts the focus from external cures to internal control of one's energy. Through proper breathing, conscious awareness, and techniques like his energization exercises, we can draw in this universal life force and direct it to the areas of the body that need healing. One of Yogananda's great teachings was, "Where the mind goes, the energy flows." By combining strong mental focus with willpower, we can consciously command this healing energy to flow to weak or diseased parts of the body, revitalizing them from within. Even when external medicine is necessary, its effectiveness increases when supported by a calm, concentrated mind and the deliberate use of life force. Yogananda encouraged daily practice of deep breathing and energy exercises to strengthen the body's inner currents. He believed that illness is often the result of energy congestion or depletion, and by recharging the body with fresh prana, balance and health can be restored. This is the deeper science of self-healing, directing divine energy with focused awareness. Beyond the forces of medicine, thought, and life energy lies an even greater power that governs all healing, the divine will. Paramhansa Yogananda often reminded seekers that true, lasting healing flows from the infinite intelligence that created the body in the first place. He taught, "It is not the medicine, nor the doctor, nor your little self that heals. It is the Father within you." This profound truth means that while we may use external aids, the deepest healing occurs when we align our will with the will of God, and place our trust in that higher power. Yogananda emphasized the incredible power of faith in the healing process. Not blind, superstitious belief, but an unshakable inner certainty that the divine presence is working through you, restoring balance, health, and peace. He said, "Faith is the power that steers the boat of life safely over the rough waters of sickness and suffering." Even medical science acknowledges today that a patient's attitude and mental outlook greatly affect recovery, and Yogananda taught this truth nearly a century ago. Throughout his life, Yogananda shared numerous stories of miraculous healings that occurred when people prayed deeply with faith and surrendered their worries to God. Yet he cautioned that such faith should not be mechanical. Healing prayers must be offered with heartfelt devotion, visualizing the body filled with divine light, and affirming its perfection under God's care. He also encouraged seekers to pray not for the removal of suffering alone, but for wisdom, to understand its deeper lesson and purpose. When we accept God's will with love, healing flows naturally, whether it takes the form of physical recovery or inner peace. Yogananda beautifully said, "When you can accept your circumstances joyfully, you have already begun to heal." While understanding the deeper truths about the mind, life force, and divine will is essential, Paramhansa Yogananda was a practical master who also gave clear, effective methods that anyone could use to begin self-healing. He believed that spirituality must be applied in daily life, not merely admired in theory. To help seekers regain control over their health and energy, Yogananda taught a number of simple yet powerful techniques that work by harmonizing the body, mind, and spirit. One of the most accessible tools is the use of positive affirmations. Yogananda explained that thoughts are vibratory forces, and spoken words carry even greater power. By repeating uplifting, life-affirming statements with faith and deep concentration, you can reshape the mind's patterns and influence the body's condition. A favorite affirmation he recommended was, "I am submerged in eternal light. It permeates every particle of my being. I am living in that light. Divine Spirit fills me within and without." When said with feeling, such words send healing vibrations through every cell. Meditation is another indispensable tool for self-healing. Yogananda taught that inner stillness calms restless thoughts, allowing the body's natural healing processes to work without obstruction. In deep meditation, we connect with the source of all life and draw upon an infinite well of healing energy and peace. He also devised a system of energization exercises, a series of tension and relaxation movements combined with willpower to consciously draw life force into the body. These exercises recharge the body's battery, clear energy blockages, and strengthen areas of weakness. Finally, Yogananda emphasized the healing power of prayer for others. When we send sincere, concentrated prayers of healing to others, we open ourselves to receive that same divine energy. In this way, both the giver and receiver are spiritually uplifted and restored. While physical and mental healing are important, Paramhansa Yogananda gently reminded seekers that these are temporary solutions to passing conditions. The body is perishable, and even the healthiest person must one day leave it behind. The ultimate healing, Yogananda taught, lies in discovering our true nature, realizing that we are not this body, nor these fleeting thoughts, but immortal souls, forever one with the divine. He beautifully said, "The greatest cure is self-realization." Self-realization means direct personal experience of the infinite, a state where no disease, sorrow, or worldly trouble can touch us. In this awakened state of divine awareness, the soul remembers its eternal oneness with God, and all sense of limitation and suffering dissolves like mist before the morning sun. Yogananda often reminded, "You are not the body, you are not the mind, you are the soul, pure, perfect, and ever free." He encouraged seekers not to chase after endless external cures but to seek the source of all health, peace, and wisdom within. Through daily meditation, selfless service, right living, and deep love for the divine, one gradually lifts the veil of illusion and touches the infinite bliss within. Yogananda also taught that when we become inwardly free and anchored in God, the power to heal others and ourselves flows naturally. The greatest saints and masters heal not by personal power, but by becoming perfect channels for the infinite will. In this state, even diseases that defy worldly cures can be dissolved by divine grace. He lovingly advised, "Seek not just the healing of the body, but the healing of ignorance that causes suffering. Know thyself as a child of God, then no earthly affliction can trouble you." That, dear seeker, is the supreme, everlasting cure. Beloved seeker, as we reach the close of this sacred exploration, remember this eternal truth: the cure is within you. Every cell in your body, every thought in your mind, and every whisper of your soul carries the spark of divine intelligence that knows how to heal, how to restore, and how to bring you back to perfect harmony. Paramhansa Yogananda's timeless wisdom reminds us that true healing isn't merely about removing disease from the body, but about reconnecting with the infinite source of life itself. In moments of doubt, pain, or despair, pause and remember who you truly are, not a body destined to decay, but an immortal soul, radiant and unchanging. Strengthen your thoughts, uplift your faith, direct your life force consciously, and place your trust in the loving hands of the divine. Even if outward circumstances cannot always be controlled, your inner state is always yours to command. If this message resonated with you, I warmly invite you to subscribe to this channel for more spiritual wisdom and timeless teachings from the great masters. Don't forget to like this video if it brought you peace, and share it with someone you love. You never know whose heart may need this reminder today. And before you go, I'd love to hear from you. In the comments, share one simple practice you'll begin today to awaken the healer within you. Will it be a daily affirmation, a moment of meditation, or a healing prayer for someone else? Your words might inspire another soul on their path to wellness. As Yogananda so beautifully said, "Forget the past, live nobly in the present, and shape the future by your wise actions now." Om Shanti. Jai Guru.